Other interesting political news, you have Rand Paul on the House of Representatives giving Ukraine money while waving the Ukraine flag. Something that, interestingly enough, a lot of them, they won't even fly the American flag. Can't but notice a lot of them on their lapel pins, instead of the United States flag, they have the Ukraine flag past a year. Now, this comes to thanks to his ex-Twitter profile. And Rand Paul says before this video, says, quote, Ukrainian flags fly in the chamber of the United States House of Representatives as they vote to send more of your hard-earned money to a corrupt foreign regime. And just like that, they shout, Ukraine, Ukraine, while happily working to secure Ukraine's borders, not ours, unquote. And interestingly enough, we do get the nice breakdown of Republican versus Democrats, yeas and nays, as well as the people who acquiesce in responsibility to stay home, which, again, it's pretty damn easy to be a politician. You show up every once in a while, you vote, and they couldn't take a little bit of time to vote on this. Interesting. Again, if you're on the deathbed, maybe I can understand that. But on average, if you're just a politician, that's pretty pathetic. Now, this says, quote, 60 billion in Ukraine aid, and it says on passage, is the House of Representatives, you have 100 Republicans who said yay, while 112 said nay, and I believe 5 were no votes, which, again, acquiescing for responsibility sounds like a rhino to me. You also have Democrats. Guess how many of them voted, well, I guess if you're listening, you can guess, but if you're seeing, you can see. Guess how many voted against this? 0. And that's why Democrats are infinitely more effective in politics. They never waver from the party. They're a singular unit. I mean, that's why they can get so many things passed. I mean, Republicans, people make jokes because they're, rhinos, Republican in name only, because it's true. They'll say anything to get elected, and then they'll do the opposite when push comes to shove, when the cards are down, or whatever funny metaphor you prefer. Or Democrats, shoot, I at least respect the fact that they say that what they're going to do, and then they do it. I don't agree with those policies and conscriptions for most of the time to solve problems. I think different methodologies are more effective. But I mean, not a single one of them said nay. You had 3 that I guess didn't want to show up to work, so you had 3 no votes. So, all 100% of all Democrats who showed up, 100% said yay, give Ukraine $60.8 billion more. Every one of them. So the yays came in at 310. The nays, only 112 Republicans said nay. So about half the Republicans you can consider rhinos or Republican name only. Now that being said, this was also part of a package to give foreign aid to other countries, all including Israel as well as Taiwan, which, again, from a business perspective, that's mostly my background, those I could see the much more the logic because of the huge trade that we do with those countries and longstanding relationships we had in terms of them being allies. I mean, whatever kind of cell phone you have in your hand, the odds are the semiconductors came from Taiwan. It is one of the most brilliant engineering countries on the planet, and there's reasons their semiconductors are in everything. They're a extremely strategic ally. And when it comes to Israel, same thing. They have some of the most, that's why I was going to say I'm a little biased. I work with tech companies who are headquartered out of that country. They make some of the best cybersecurity software in the world. So granted, of course, that's why I'm a little biased in that regard. And maybe that's why they were voting for it. And yet, I hate when they have these big package deals. If it's up to me, there'd be no omnibus packages at all. You'd have to vote for every time you want to spend any dollar in DC, there should be a vote. Now, thankfully, that also means they can't do as much in terms of spending our money. So that'd be nice as well. It'd be less efficient to do it that way. Then you can't have these instances where, some of these omnibus bills where people say, oh yeah, I know you hated 99% of that package, but we got that one thing for us. That's terrible. It's just a way to completely abdicate from responsibility and play politics because everyone can say they got their one thing. And they do this on the left and the right. They're all guilty of it. Now, this is only about 21 seconds long, but you can see them waving the little flags. Or, hilariously, ironically enough, the flags are, statistically speaking, the flags are probably made in China. But let's see them all wave flags. Even if you want to support a country, I don't know why they're so bombastically happy about it. I mean, even if you love that country, I can understand maybe being happy. Maybe in your mind, if you think this is a strategic ally and you want to support them, I can see maybe you might be a little happy. But these people are bombastic and waving flags. They're ecstatic about sending another $60.8 billion. And again, we're over $34 trillion in debt. People keep forgetting. I mean, The interest we pay on our debt just surpassed our military spend. And I remember, as growing up, that was a big cliche. Everyone kept complaining about military spend, even though in some ways it's one of the most efficient spends in terms of they do these bid contracts. I know it's not always perfect, but these people are. It's just astonishing. People keep forgetting about that massive loan that we have to pay back eventually. Looks like there's only about 12 seconds. Was it 12 seconds to this clapping left? See, I wonder if they say anything interesting or eloquent. Maybe one of them will justify it. Oh no, we had one Democrat saying, "Oh yeah, the Ukraine border is more important than ours," which shows their priorities. Oh, X-Twitter doesn't really like when you start and stop a video. Well, let's see. No, it crashed. Oh, I guess we won't hear them, but you can see in slow motion as I move the bar. They're just all waving their little flags. I wonder how much they paid for those little flags. Now, Rand Paul is probably one of the very few politicians I actually respect. I mean, granted, I'm biased. I'm mostly libertarian myself, so I appreciate his perspective and what he does for the country. And I suspect many people will appreciate it as well. Now, I got 4.4 million views on X Twitter and 52,000 likes. I wonder if I was the one. No, I wasn't the final vote needed to actually get it from 51 to 52. But nevertheless, I did like it myself. And one of the first comments comes from, again, Paul Zazupa, saying, quote, "You don't hate the House of Representatives nearly enough. They defend other countries while leaving ours defenseless. Every representative who voted to send $60.8 billion to Ukraine should be tried for treason." That got 2.5 thousand likes. Purple X said, quote, "And in another 2.5 months, Ukraine will have made zero progress and be asking for more," getting 1.1 thousand likes. Gunther Eagleman said, quote, "Probably one of the most unpatriotic things I've seen witnessed in years. Almost like they were celebrating the burning of the American flag," getting 4.7 thousand likes. Although many of those people are the ones who still, they actually applaud burning the American flag. Though, if they say it's freedom of speech, which, yes, it is, the hypocrisy of that same person, well, if you were to burn a pride flag, they would melt down and call it a hate crime. They would go berserk. Now, granted, if it wasn't for Hippocratic standards, some people wouldn't have standards at all. Now, Genevieve says, quote, they should be drafted to go fight for this ridiculous money laundering war," getting 1.6 thousand likes. We have the honker saying, quote, "It's a gold mine and it has a truck that says taxpayer funds. It goes to a building with the Ukrainian flag, and then a donkey with a money bag takes that money and puts it into a truck called the DNC." I got 427 likes. Which, fact check, that building is not way too small and not eloquent or fancy enough to be one of the buildings over there. They're spending a lot of our money. I assume the buildings are like the Taj Mahal. Well, they should be for the price we paid. Let's see. Planet of Memes gets an A+ for marketing. They responded in meme form, which for them is almost like a 70-30 odds in terms of 70% of the time they usually respond to text only. But nevertheless, the Planet of Memes did respond, saying, quote, "This is what a real insurrection looks like." It's a picture of all the politicians waving the Ukrainian flag, and it says, "A house of traitors and thieves," getting 912 likes. Let's see here. Hey, Vivek. Yeah, that got a good amount of views. You have a Vivek parody account. Let's see here. And he said, quote, "It's utterly disgraceful and disrespectful to see members of Congress proudly waving Ukrainian flags. It's clear they're profiting from this war, but they don't need to flaunt it so shamelessly. These warmongers prioritize foreign interests over all those in America." Let's see, what else do they say? And it's high time they've been held accountable or removed from office. They got 1.2 thousand likes. Let's see, John says, quote, then find out who she is. Not only is this disgusting, but every person waving this flag should be suspended. And that got 117 likes. Was this a contrarian statement, perhaps? Republicans against Trump? Huh. Good marketing. You know exactly their political stance right off the bat. Let's see here. They say they're pro-democracy conservatives, Republicans fighting Trump and Trumpism. Please support our work. Buy me coffee. Hashtag RFJ BidenJ. What? Followed by Mark Hamill. You know they're smart. No. Now, Republicans against Trump say, quote, "John McCain was right about you." And let's see, John McCain says something for 19 seconds. Let's see here. Perhaps his only redeeming factor being John is wearing a suit. Come on now, X Twitter. Is it going to play or not? Or maybe it's my interface. Huh? Interesting. It's the second time I've had issues with Twitter today. I don't know what's going on with their video integration. Yeah, it's not working great. But they did get, got 1.1 thousand likes. Let's see. Okay, we'll give it one more second. Suspense is killing me. Come on now. Alright. Unfortunately, it's not working. You have brown-eyed girl saying, quote, disgraceful, they all hate the American people but love our hard-earned tax dollars, getting 1,000 likes. Looks like overwhelming positive responses. You also have Geiger Capital saying, quote, they do it under Washington's portrait. Well, that's even more insulting. This is Representative Gerald Connolly saying, you know, it's more important to have, their board is more important than ours. The video, really? Huh, I don't know why the video is having issues all of a sudden. Apologies. Let's see here. Matt says, quote, it's kind of an odd coincidence that everyone we think is compromised by Russia is upset about the Ukrainian flags being waved. Got 113 likes and is a contrarian statement. Makes life a little more interesting. Matt's profile is love anything Real Housewives. Cancer survivor figuring out this one day at a time. Martini, princess emoji, gay flag, or not gay flag, the rainbow emoji. It's an odd coincidence. Everyone compromised. I was going to say, again, from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Let's see. Yeah, a leftist, but it looks like a real person. They're not just retweeting for free crap. Huh. Which, again, funny enough, how all those Russian conspiracy theories just fell apart. There's actually no real evidence. Though, brilliant politicking by Hillary Clinton got a lot of news and got, I mean, a lot of people still to this day believe it. And she's the one who initiated that, or started the whole ball rolling down the hill, so to say. Ooh, another contrarian statement? What's this? Andrew Lawfer says, quote, look on the bright side, Senator, Vladimir Putin will always have you. Getting 636 likes, which I don't know why Vladimir Putin would like a libertarian politician in the U.S. Let's see here. Will this work now? No. I don't want to have issues with the videos all of a sudden. So it looks like actually a couple more contrarian statements than normal. So it'll be interesting to see if more and more people start to follow Rand Paul and appreciate his perspectives. Or do you think, I mean, is there a tipping point where Americans will say no more tax dollars to the Ukrainian government? I mean, maybe it'll be a big topic for the upcoming election. Again, we're $34 trillion in debt. Most Americans can barely afford groceries with hyperinflation that's, again, caused by our own government's ineptitudes. Will they finally reach a breaching point or a breaking point and they say, well, maybe we don't spend, you know, hundreds of billions of dollars or trillions of dollars for countries we can't point out a map and really have no business relationships with us or no strategic value. But let me know, as always, it'd be fascinating to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Again, I'm trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you can click that like button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, leave me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.